Welcome to this explainer, where we're going to dive right into the hidden dangers lurking inside your favorite coffee shop. I mean, picture this, right? You stroll into your local cafe, grab your go-to latte, find a nice, cozy corner, and pop open your laptop. You immediately scan for the free Wi-Fi, connect, and just start going about your day, checking emails, maybe logging into your bank. It feels totally normal. We all do it. But what if I told you that this completely innocent routine is exactly what cybercriminals are banking on? Today, we are unpacking the mechanics of a digital heist that happens literally right out in the open.
So let me ask you a really simple question, but one that should definitely give you pause. Do you actually know whose Wi-Fi you're connected to right now? The harsh reality of our constantly connected world is that the free network you just cheerfully joined might not belong to the cafe at all. There's a very real chance it belongs to a hacker sitting quietly at the table right next to you, just watching every single packet of data leave your device.
So let's get into Section 1, the public Wi-Fi trap. Who are you really talking to?
We kind of have this movie-style image of a hacker as some shadowy figure in a dark basement wearing a hoodie, right? But in reality, they're probably just another patron enjoying an espresso. They just bring their own equipment into the cafe, set it up, and broadcast a signal that looks perfectly legitimate. And then, they just wait. They wait for unsuspecting victims to choose their network over the real one.
Moving on to Section 2, evil twin attacks, the duplicate network. This specific digital trap is known in the cybersecurity world as an evil twin attack. It's basically a fake Wi-Fi access point that perfectly mimics the legitimate network you actually wanted to join. It relies entirely on our visual trust. You know, we see a familiar network name, we hit connect, and boom, instantly we've handed over the keys to our digital life without even a second thought. And look at how easily the human eye is tricked by subtle typos or just slight variations. Like, say the real network is called cafe__free_Wi-Fi with 2 underscores. Well, the hacker's network might just be cafe__free Wi-Fi with only 1 underscore. When you're rushing to send off a quick email, your brain just glosses right over that missing underscore. You click the hacker's network and the trap just snaps shut.
And you know what's truly terrifying about this? The barrier to entry is just incredibly low. Hackers absolutely do not need some massive, expensive server room to pull this off. They can launch a highly sophisticated attack using just a standard laptop, a smartphone, or even a tiny $30 Raspberry Pi device that literally fits inside their backpack. That tiny little toolkit is powerful enough to broadcast the fake signal, intercept your connection, and steal your sensitive data right out of thin air.
Which brings us to Section 3, Man in the Middle, the Invisible Interceptor. In a man-in-the-middle attack, or MITM for short, the hacker effectively becomes an invisible bridge. You might think you have a direct, private line to your bank's website, but actually, your data is flowing from your laptop straight into the hacker's device, and then the hacker forwards it over to the bank. They are sitting exactly in the middle of your conversation, silently reading every single word.
And this attack is incredibly hard to spot. Here is the flow. In step 1, you send your username and password. In step 2, the hacker intercepts that data and simply saves a copy for themselves. But here's the really brilliant, sneaky part. In step 3, they immediately forward your login credentials to the real bank website. The bank authenticates you and your account dashboard pops up on your screen. You think everything is perfectly fine, completely unaware that the person sipping coffee at the next table just copied your password.
Now you're probably thinking, wait a minute, doesn't my web browser protect me from this? Well, think of the difference between web protocols like this. Visiting a site using standard HTTP is exactly like sending an open postcard through the mail. Anyone touching that postcard, or in our case, the hacker in the middle, can read everything on it in plain text. On the flip side, HTTPS acts like a locked safe. The data is encrypted, meaning even if the hacker manages to intercept your safe, they can't actually see any of the contents hidden inside.
However, actually, scratch that idea of total invincibility. HTTPS is fantastic, but it does not make you bulletproof against a highly skilled attacker. Sophisticated hackers use techniques like SSL stripping, which basically forces your secure HTTPS connection to downgrade back to a totally unsecured HTTP state before it even reaches you. Or they might just redirect you to a fake login portal that looks identical to the real deal, tricking you into voluntarily handing over your password directly to them.
Let's look at Section 4, your phone's hidden danger. The auto-join trap.
Okay, so our modern smartphones are built for convenience, right? Which means they have this auto-join feature enabled by default. If you've ever connected to, say, Starbucks Wi-Fi in the past, your phone remembers it and will just automatically connect to it again to save you a few seconds. Well, hackers know this, so they sit in public spaces broadcasting super popular network names like Starbucks Wi-Fi, iTaiwan, or Hairboard Free. Without you ever even taking your phone out of your pocket, it recognizes the familiar name, silently connects to the hacker's evil twin network, and just starts happily transmitting your background app data straight to them. No way, right? It's crazy.
So let's talk about solutions in Section 5, shielding your digital life, closing the vault. Fortunately, we can fight back. The absolute most robust armor you can have in a public setting is a virtual private network, or a VPN. A VPN basically creates the secure encrypted tunnel between your device and the internet. So even if you accidentally connect to an evil twin network, and even if a hacker is running a man-in-the-middle attack right then and there, it doesn't even matter. Because of that VPN tunnel, all the intercepted traffic they capture will just look like completely unreadable scrambled gibberish. They can't read your data, they can't steal your passwords, and they can't track your browsing. It's a total game changer.
So, here is your game plan. 5 actionable steps to lock down your digital life whenever you visit a cafe, hotel, or airport. Number 1, just don't blindly connect to a free Wi-Fi network, especially if it has a weird spelling or lacks a password. Number 2, go into your phone settings, like right now, and turn off the Wi-Fi auto-join feature so your device doesn't betray you from inside your pocket. Number 3, always double-check you are on a secure HTTPS connection by looking for that little padlock icon in your browser's URL bar. Number 4, honestly, just use a VPN whenever you are on public Wi-Fi. And number 5, if you don't have a VPN handy, strictly avoid doing sensitive stuff, like checking your bank balance or typing in your credit card until you get home to your own secure network.
Because at the end of the day, this all comes down to risk versus reward. You might think you're just saving data, but hackers might be stealing your life data. We all love saving a little bit on our monthly cellular plan, for sure, but ultimately, connecting to that free, unsecured network just to save a few megabytes, it could end up costing you your privacy, your passwords, and your entire financial security.
Which leaves us with one final thought to chew on. The next time you walk into a cafe, grab your latte, and pop open your device, do you still dare to just randomly connect to the free Wi-Fi? Hopefully this explainer has given you the clear understanding you need to spot the trap long before you fall in. Stay safe out there, protect your data, and always think twice before you connect.